Okay, so let's start. So today we are going to start some uh, basic select statement, right? So as we have already configured HR user for our course, and let's log in with that user, run SQL plus and HR username, password, and it's login. Okay, now. So here we are going to run all the commands. Okay, now. So try to understand when we log into the database as a HR user, right? Here what we are assuming that we HR is a user, and in this user already we have some tables, right? Related with the HR department in any organization. Okay, so first we will try to understand that table structure, and we will understand some basic select statement, and then after 2 or 3 sessions we will create our own table for business, and we will insert perform some DML statement also on that table, right? But first we have to understand some basic understanding of SQL, like basic select statement. What is basic select statement that we are going to learn here? Okay, so uh, this is understood that in HR user we have already tables, right? And you don't know about that tables right now, right? Just we have login. Now you want to see all those tables, all those tables. See, fetching information from database, fetching information from database, and for this purpose we use select statement. For use for this purpose we use select statement, right? And in select statement you have to specify what you want, right? Let's say I want all. For all we specify a star. For all, each and everything, if you want to select everything from your table, right? So we will use star, and then from keyword, and in from keyword we have to define source. We have to define source. And what will be the source? Of course, table is source. In any database, table is smallest like a unit where you can store your data, business data, right? So source will be your table. So what will be your command? Select a star from table name, right? And then you will get all data from that table name, and you have to terminate your select statement using semicolon. Semicolon. When you give semicolon, Oracle will understand, oh, okay, statement need to be executed, right? Otherwise it will give you line number 2, line number 3, this way, right? So now I want to see all uh, data, all table list, right, in which is available in HR schema. For that we use select a star from tab. Tab is a internal table in Oracle, right? Tab is an internal table in Oracle, which is stored your all table which you create in database, right? So we will run this statement and we'll see the output. See, I have just given here multi-line comment, right? I have started slash star and end with the star slash. So this is multi-line comment. So in between, whatever you will write, that will not going to execute. Okay. Now, so I'm giving here select star from tab, semicolon, hit enter. Now you can see there are many tables, but it comes in a little bit of which is not easy to read, right? But for that we have to do something that we will learn here. But now you can see in select a star from tab we have countries table, departments table, employees table, right? This is a view. There is one jobs table, right? Job history table, right? So this way these are the table in HR user, right? Now, how we can adjust these things? See, T name column is taking this much of a space. T name column table, tab table is having T name column, and tname column is occupying this much of a space, like it's around 80 character, right? So I will tell this column how use column tname format A30. It means what you are instructing, tname column to show his content only using 30 character. So it will occupy only 30 character to show its content. Now again, run, select a star from tab. Now you see, right? So this way you can adjust some environment during runtime, right? Like we have done here for tname column. So in any character data type column or a string data type column, you can set any format like this, right? So by default, it takes more than 80 character or whatever it is defined internally, right? But what we are instructing, we can in runtime we can give instruction to tname to show his content only using 30 character. So now you can see your output is better now. Okay. Now, so whenever if you want to see all the table lists, just run select a star from tab, just adjust that column and you will see proper output, right? Similarly, now I know that country, I have countries table, departments table, employees table. So you can run command like select a star from like departments. I want to see departments table data. See, this way you can see. Select a star from department. Similarly, you can run select a star from jobs. What are the jobs title available in our organization? So select a star from jobs. You can see this way. Like select a star from regions. So this way you can run. So whenever you want to see the table list, just run select a star from tab. And if your table is small, like above, we have run that region or job or department which comes within one screen, okay, or 30 to 40 records. So you can just scroll little bit and you can see the old record. But what will happen if I have a table having 1 lakh data or more than 1 lakh data or 10 crore data? In that situation, if you run select a star from employees like table, right? See how output you will get, right? Here we have only 107 records, right? But let us suppose in case of if this table is having 40,000 employees, then what will happen? 40,000 record it will fetch in front of you. And that is not practical to see in one shot all 40,000 records. Oracle says there is not this type of requirement frequently, right? In any business, until unless you are generating a huge report, and for that report you want you have to select all data from table. But 95%, 99%, what we have to fetch data as per requirement, not select a star from table name, as per requirement, right? So for that requirement and as per requirement, if I want to fetch data, for that I have to see table structure, right? What are the columns, what are the fields are available for that table, like DESC. To describe the table structure, we can use DESC. Describe, you can write describe, or you can use just short form DESC. DSC, then table name. It will describe you the table structure. What are the fields available and what are their data types? Like you can see in left side, I have employee ID, first name, last name, email, phone number, hire date, job ID, salary, commission, PCT, manager ID, department ID, right? And each column is having their own data type, like employee ID is number, numerical, first name and last name is character, right? Hire date is date data type. So this way you can show your table structure. Whenever you want to see your table structure, just write DESC and then table name. You will see the table structure. Okay. Now you know what are the columns your table is having. Now you can write your query as per requirement. Like I want select employee ID, okay, comma, last name, last name. Make sure your spelling is as per your actual column name. Okay. So select employee ID, last name, salary, okay, comma, hire date, okay, comma, department ID. I want to see all these three. And now finally in from part, you have to give employees or table name employees.
Hello,
Okay.
sir. Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, one question on my side.
Yes.
Hello, sir. How does it take null or not null? Sir,
Yeah,
ये
I
not
will
null और
discuss.
null कैसे
See,
लेगा सर? हाँ सर.
See, I will discuss separately on that because we have a
Okay.
separate topic like constraint, right? Where we will discuss
Okay. Okay.
about primary key, foreign key, not null,
Yeah.
unique, check, right? So right now, what it is showing that employees table is having some constraint, right? And
Hmm.
specifically here, not null is showing means you cannot leave this employee ID column when you
Okay.
insert data in
Hmm.
this table. You have to give value. See, whenever we go for online shopping or online form fill up, right?
Hmm.
There you see
Right.
that fields are marked as a star, right? That is mandatory. You have to give some value,
Mandatory. Okay.
right?
Okay.
So similarly in database also, for any column we can specify not null, so that while inserting you cannot leave this column value. You have to give
Column
something.
value.
That's why
Okay.
it is showing not null. Okay, so we have
Okay.
separate topic on this. We have separate topic on data type also, right?
Right.
So
Okay, sir.
we will discuss detail in on that. Okay.
Okay,
Right now
sir.
what we are trying to understand some basic things, some basic select statement, how you can fetch data from table, what are the way to fetch the data from table. And of course fetching data, we have also some advanced topic also, like joining, subquery, right? Okay, so
Okay. Okay.
we will discuss on all those things.
Okay.
Now so select employee ID, last name, salary, hire date, department ID. This is my requirement, and from table name. Now hit enter. Now see, now your data is coming just little bit better than last time what we run a select star from employees, right? But in this scenario also, you have not used a star. In place of a star, you have used a column name as per your requirement. But still Oracle is giving you all data, all rows from this table, right? If it is 40,000, then it will give you 40,000. So still we have issue. Still we cannot. This is not requirement to fetch all data from table. Okay. Now for this type of for this type of concern, we have uh, where where keyword. Using that where keyword, we can filter data. We can filter data, right? So how we can filter that data? See, after table name, we use where keyword. After table name, we use where keyword, and in this where you can give your condition. On that basis, data will be fetched. So on what column you want to give condition? Let's say I want to see where employee ID equal to 120, right? See, so from employee table, now Your data is coming as per your condition, as per your condition, right? Just you have to remember, if you are using any numeric field, then um this is very simple. But if you give like character function, sorry, character function I'm saying, on character column, like last name, last name. So if you are giving character data type in where condition, then you have to make sure give value in single quote, first thing. And if you are giving in single quote, it means value is case sensitive. Like I have an employee Grant, right? I want to see his record, so I am giving Grant, Grant. In uppercase, I have given. Now see, you will not get any data because string values are case sensitive. You have to give as it is in employees table. So if I give this way Grant, then it will fetch. See, we have two employees with last name Grant. So a string is case sensitive character data type. If you are dealing with the character data type column, then you have to take care of case because it is case sensitive. In upcoming session, of course, when we will learn some function, then we will
Functions.
use some functions so that you can give in any case and it will fetch the data from table, right? So at that time we will use, but how Oracle by default behave, just we are that understanding here, right? So in case you are giving condition for any date data type column, then again make sure you are giving in single quote, single quote, and date is format sensitive, right? Date is format sensitive, so you have to give in same format as database is stored. So database is stored in which format? Default format is dd mon yy. This is the default format, right? So you have to give in same way. If you give like see, uh, I'm giving here June, right, hyphen 07, like now this is also a date, but if you give this way, then see what will come. See, a non-numeric character was found where a numeric was expected. Okay, so in Oracle database by default format is dd mon yy, and you have to give same way. In upcoming session, of course, we will learn in some functions, using those functions you can give any format and Oracle will fetch that record from table, right? That we will learn. But by default, what Oracle asks, Oracle asks you to specify in dd mon yy format, then only you will get your data. So date is format sensitive, character is case sensitive. So for in both case you have to give value in single quote. For numerical value, you don't need to give in any single quote. Okay, so this is how you filter data from table using where condition. Any doubt? Any doubt till now?
No, sir.
Okay.
Sir, sir,
Yes.
can I take MON replace to MM? Uh,
Yes.
Sir,
You
DD,
see,
MMYY?
yeah. This is what Oracle is saying. This is your default format. But if you
Yes.
want to see in different format data, like
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to see in dd mon yy, then we have to use some functions, right? like
Okay.
like 1 second, let me show you the using function. We will learn this function separately. Okay, just for now I am showing you to char. We have to char function, and in this function we can specify our format like month, dd, yy. See, so this is the format. See, let me adjust the column. Okay, set line. I have to give 120. Now see, you can show data. You can show data in many way. No issue. But we
How
have
to
to
do
use.
format like hello sir?
Yeah, yeah.
How to set line size, page size? How to I do?
See, by default, line size is 80, right? In 80, in a line, 80 character will only come. If it is more than 80 character, it will come. It will come in next line. So that's why it is showing you like this. So I have just given line size to 120, right? So now this is adjusted here. So in Oracle, by default, line size is 80. So all output will
Okay.
come in 80 using 80 character. But now I have set 120. Now my line capacity is 120 character. It can hold in a line. So my output is adjusted here. And again, we can adjust on this basis also, right? We can adjust in this also, as I shown you in case of T name. I can adjust for last name also, like column last name
Yeah,
format
you know
A12
that.
A13, right? Now you can see it will show you in 30 character only. So this way you can adjust, right? So what I was trying to say that we can fetch data, we can show date in different format. We have many format, but using to-char function that we will learn in later session. Okay, so you can show, but when you put condition on date, make sure you are giving default format dd mon yy. Otherwise, if you give other format, then it will show you a non-numeric character was found where a numeric was expected. Because by default format, first two is digit dd. Again, here also we can use some function, and we can tell Oracle to just search this one. So again, for that we have to use function, right? So I'm not going to discuss that function right now, right? That we will discuss in later session. But what I'm trying to let you understand that how Oracle by default behave, how Oracle by default behave. So by default for date, it will take you, it will take dd mon yy, right? And for character, it is case sensitive. Then so you have to give in same case as it is in table. Then only your data will come. Okay.
Got it.
Now, uh, in where part, we can use multiple condition. Use multiple condition. Use multiple condition, right? How we can use multiple conditions. So let's discuss about that. Let us suppose we have, yes, let me give some other conditions where department underscore ID is called 50. So I want record uh, of employees from department ID 50. So I have given condition where from employees where department ID equal to 50, right? It will show you 45 records all from 50 number department. You can see here, right? Now see one more thing, guys, here, right? When you run a select a statement, your heading, right? Your heading will be repeat after every 14 line. That's why you can see here heading here, and after 14 line again heading comes. Header part always repeat after 14 line. So you can control this one also. How we can control it? Yeah, you can give set pages, and you can give like 50. So after 50 line, it will show you heading again. But as we
Okay.
have only 45 rows, and we have only 45 rows, so see, you will not get any heading, only one, right? So you can control this one also. So after 50 line, it will repeat. If you give after set pages equal to 30, after 30 line, it will repeat like 30, and now you can run. See, after 30 line, it repeated. Okay, so this one also you can control. Now see, so where department ID equal to 50 I have given, and all records are coming from department ID 50 from employees table. Now, so you have one more condition, that you want employees from department ID 50, but at the same time you want also that salary should be greater than 5,000. So I want employees record from department ID 50, but salary should be more than 5,000 from same department, right? So we have two condition. We have two condition now, right? And both condition should be satisfied. I want department ID should be also 50, and salary should be also more than 5,000.
Okay.
Let's see. So this way we can use more than one condition, and if you use more than one condition, then you have to identify your requirement, whether you should go for and or, right? If you give here or, what will happen? Any guess?
Mm, they show only IDs or salary.
It will show you the employees record whose department ID is 50 or salary greater than 5,000. Means you
5,000.
will get all record from department ID 50 also, and at the same time you will get all employees whose salary is more than 5,000, whether he is from 50 or not. See, 98 employees you are getting. Some are from
Okay.
110 number department because his salary is more than 5,000.
Hmm.
Yeah, from 70 also, from 40 also, 20 also, because his salary is more than 5,000.
Hmm.
And you are getting from 50 also, because you have given condition. One condition was
Or
department ID should be 50,
50. Yes.
right? So you have to just identify your requirement. What is your requirement? If both condition is you need, if both conditions should be true for same record, for one employee, if you want both conditions should be true, then you have to use here and,
Okay.
right? For one record, if you want both conditions should be true, then
True.
you should use and, right? Then only it will give you this one. So this way you can give more than one condition in where clause using and or operator. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now, let's understand some arithmetic operation, right? We can perform some arithmetic operation use on our numerical column. Of course, arithmetic operation we perform on numerical columns. So when you if you want to show like salary is a monthly salary, right? But if you want to show for annual salary also, you can give comma salary into 12, like this. You can perform some arithmetic operations on numerical columns. So this way also you can see the data. This is only for runtime. Okay, this is only for runtime. We are selecting data. Selecting data will not change anything in your original table. Whatever feature you are using here, that is only for runtime. So I am selecting salary into 12. It doesn't mean in employees table we have this value. No, we don't have this value. We are just here calculating for runtime. Right? So you can use addition, subtraction, multiplication, right? So arithmetic operation you can perform on column also, but column should be numerical, right? If you give last name into 12, what will happen? There is no meaning doing this. Okay, so you can perform some arithmetic operation. Okay, so when you perform arithmetic operation or when you write any expression, right, so you can see column heading will appear same as you write your expression. Same expression will appear as your column heading, right? So this is not good for reporting purpose. For reporting purpose, there should be annual salary, like monthly salary. I should write here monthly salary. I should write here annual salary, right? This way. For that, again, we have some feature like alias name. Alias. You can give runtime name. You can just give salary as and monthly salary or monthly sal. You can write this way. See, है ना? In place of salary, now it is coming monthly sal. How you give this alias name? Original column name, use as keyword, then you can give your runtime heading. Similarly, for annual salary also, salary into 12 space as, then you can give annual salary. Right, see, annual salary. So this is alias name. This is alias name. And as keyword is optional, right? As keyword is optional. You can remove this as, and you can just use space. Salary into 12 space annual salary. It will show you same. So as keyword is optional, but if you give, that is more readability. Your readability will increase. Okay, so this is alias name. So you can use column, you can use some arithmetic operation also. You can give alias name, that is for runtime name. It will not change in the employee table. You can describe employees. See, there is no effect of my statement. Right. So this way you can use alias name also. Okay, clear? Okay. Now, one more thing. What? Let us suppose my requirement is to show employees full name, employees ID, and employees full name. I want to show employees full name, right, and his department from department ID 30. So I have given condition where employees where department ID equal to 30, but I want full name. And when I so describe, when I use describe for employees table, it is showing me first name and last name. We have two column for name column, right? So what I have given, first